Are you overwhelmed with life and wondering how AI can help you? This video is for you. By the end of this video, you'll know how to use AI to save hours every week, reduce stress and get more done without feeling like a robot. Keep watching because these strategies can change the way you live and the way you work, even if you're just starting out with AI. Now, before we get started, can I ask one small favor? If you like what I do here, can you please hit the subscribe button? That keeps me energized to bring you more content. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Let's begin with tip number 1, which is to use AI to eliminate decision fatigue and take back control of your day. Now, one of the best things you can do is use ChatGPT like a personal decision coach. Now imagine starting your day and asking the following question: what's the smartest way to prioritize my goals based on only 3 hours today? Now, instead of guessing, you'll get clarity in just seconds. Tools like ChatGPT, Claude.ai or Mindsmith.ai can actually give you real-time support to help you think better, not just faster. Now, if you're constantly feeling tired by lunchtime, it's probably not your workload. It's probably because you're a bit mentally fatigued. Making dozens of small decisions such as emails, meals, meetings and errands actually chips away at your focus. Now, one of my students, Claire, used Notion AI to pre-plan her mornings every Sunday night. Now, within just 2 weeks of doing this, she said that she felt much more energized and finally got her time back. Now, I recommend using Motion to automatically create your daily calendar based on your to-do list. It handles the mental gymnastics of when to do what. So instead of spinning your wheels, you wake up knowing exactly what to do. This single shift helped my client Jared, who was juggling a 9-to-5 job and a side hustle, carve out some real focused creative time every night without any burnout. Now, don't forget to use AI for the routine stuff like meal planning, errands and even travel. It all adds up. So you can ask ChatGPT to create a meal plan for your budget and your preferences. Or you can use goblin.tools for friendly breakdowns of more complicated tasks. So you'll stop feeling like you're always forgetting something and start feeling like you're more in control. Now, if you're the kind of person who generally overthinks everything, AI can help simplify. So you can just ask ChatGPT, which of these 3 options makes more sense if I value time over money? So there's one question you can ask. Or you can ask, what's a fast decision making framework for someone who avoids risk? So there's another question. It's like getting coached but for free. Now, you can also use Reclaim.ai to protect time for your priorities automatically. It actually syncs with your calendar and blocks time out for habits, deep work and breaks. Now, my student Tasha used it to get back her mornings. She now journals, exercises more and tackles her top priorities before anyone else even checks their email. Now, the transformation here isn't about working harder, it's about thinking less. Once you stop trying to remember everything and start using AI to actually organize your mind, your whole life feels much lighter. No more 47 different tabs open, no more guilt, just real clarity. Now, I've put together some free training resources to help you build an online income stream using AI. Go and click the link below in the description to find out more. Now back to the video. Let's now move on to tip number 2, which is to let AI handle the boring, repetitive stuff that eats up your day. Now, a smart way for you to save more time is by automating tasks that don't require your creative energy. So you can use Zapier or Make.com to connect your tools. AI can send a thank you email when someone buys from your store, update your CRM, or even repurpose social media posts into emails, all while you sleep. Now, I suggest using ChatGPT or Jasper.ai to generate draft emails, proposals, and even replies. My client Daniel was spending 2 hours a day just writing emails. Now, once he had AI do the first drafts, and he simply edited them after that, he actually cut it down to just 30 minutes and closed 3 new clients that same week because he actually replied much faster. Now, make sure you don't underestimate how much time goes into explaining the same thing over and over. So you can use Tango.us to instantly turn your screen into a step-by-step tutorials with screenshots and good instructions. My student Heather created a Tango guide for onboarding clients, which reduced her back and forth by 80%. So if you create content, you can use Opus Clip to turn long videos into social ready shorts. It auto selects the best clips and captions them for you in just seconds. Now, Jay, one of my students with a podcast, used it to grow his TikTok following by 7,000 in just over a month, all from content that he already had. Now the key thing here is to actually recognize what tasks make you feel more drained. So if it's something that you dread doing more than once, then just simply write it down and test if AI or automation tools can actually do it for you. You don't need to be tech savvy, you just need to stop doing it the hard way. Now you can use Text Blaze or Magical to insert entire paragraphs of frequently used text with just a few keystrokes. So think client follow-ups, content prompts and FAQs. It's like giving yourself 10 extra hours a week. Now the transformation here is in how you actually show up. When your energy isn't drained by boring busy work, you show up much sharper, more focused and much more present. That's what people feel when they work with you or watch your content, and it makes a real difference in what you actually attract. Let's now move on to tip number 3, which is to use AI to learn smarter and apply faster. Now one of the most powerful things you can do is have AI explain stuff to you your own way. Whether you're trying to understand a concept from a book or break down a YouTube tutorial, you could just paste it into ChatGPT and ask the following question. Can you give me the 3 most important takeaways like I'm 12 years old? So there's the question you can ask. And suddenly ChatGPT will give it back to you and it will click really well. Now I recommend Glass for saving and summarizing content, highlighting articles, PDFs and even tweets, and then just ask the AI to build a summary of flashcards. Now my student Marina did this, used this exact strategy to prepare for a career pivot in UX. And she said, I finally understood the stuff that I've been skimming on for many weeks. Now, if you're constantly overwhelmed by how much there is to learn, AI can give you a good shortcut. So you can just ask ChatGPT, what's one real action that I can take from this lesson today? So there's the prompt you can use. Now that one prompt helped Kareem, a busy dad working 2 different jobs, start freelancing with skills that he learned in just 20 minutes a day. Now you can actually simulate real world practice using AI as a role play coach. So you can try something like this. Pretend you're a nervous customer and I'm trying to close a sale. So there's one prompt. Or you can play the role of a podcast guest who's hard to interview. So there's another prompt. Now the reps that you get from this kind of simulated learning are priceless and totally private. Now I suggest using Readwise Reader to turn all of your saved articles into a personalized digest. You'll get smarter daily without having to scroll endlessly. Now AI summarizes, connects and even reminds you of ideas, so you don't just consume information, you actually retain it. Now if your mindset is I'm too busy to learn, then AI is actually your solution. Learning is no longer about sitting down for many hours, it's about asking better questions on the go. You can literally learn a new concept while making your coffee. Now the transformation here is about turning learning into doing. Most people hoard information and never really apply it, but when you use AI to personalize, simplify and apply what you actually learn instantly, you grow faster than 90% of people who are just busy learning. Let's now move on to tip number 4, which is to use AI to supercharge your creativity and create at lightning speed. Now, AI isn't here to steal your creativity, it's here to unlock the parts of your brain that you've been too stressed to access. So you can use ChatGPT to brainstorm content ideas, outline ebooks or even draft scripts. My client Louis, who hadn't posted in months, used it to generate 10 YouTube titles and his most viewed video in 2 weeks. Now, I suggest using Notion AI to turn raw thoughts into structured content. Whether it's a business idea, a newsletter, or your next podcast episode, it helps take your scattered ideas and form them into something real. Now, Nina, one of my students, used it to build her first paid ebook in under 3 weeks. Now, if you're stuck in perfectionism, AI helps you to get to the messy middle faster. Instead of staring at a blank page, you can just ask ChatGPT, give me 5 different versions of this idea in different tones. So there's a prompt you can use. Now you have a draft to react to, and that's often all it takes to break through the creative blocks. So you can use Lex.page to co-write articles, emails or even sales pages. It gives you real-time AI suggestions as you write, like a creative partner. Now one of my clients, Dev, used Lex to finish his product launch copy in just 2 days. something that he'd been putting off for more than 3 months. Now let me give you a controversial truth. Most creators aren't actually burnt out, they're just buried under too many half-finished ideas. AI gives you the mental freedom to finish, ship and move forward. Less overthinking and more momentum. So don't forget to train AI to sound like you. So you can feed it your writing, your emails, your posts and ask it to mirror your own voice. You'll get content that actually sounds more humanized. Now Ray, one of my students, used this to create weekly emails that felt so natural that clients messaged her just to say how real it actually felt. Now the real transformation here is confidence. When you know you can create anything faster, you can stop hesitating, you can share more, you can test more, and you can grow much quicker. And people start seeing you as the person who actually shows up. Let me now give you tip number 5, which is to use AI to build better habits and break the ones that are holding you back. Now one of the most powerful things you can do with AI is to use it as your personal behavior coach. Whether you're trying to start journaling, go to the gym or just stop doom scrolling on TikTok, AI can help you break it down into something doable. I recommend using coach.me with ChatGPT to build healthy habit streaks that actually stick. Now Nora, one of my students, used this combination to finally build a morning routine after years of trying to be consistent. And now she swears it's the reason that she doesn't feel like she's drowning by noon. Now if your challenge is starting strong but then falling off after a few days, then use Habitica to gamify your habits with AI support. It turns your day into a game literally. You earn rewards for healthy habits and lose health for slacking off. Now my client Andre used it to actually rebuild discipline after burnout, and he told me it felt a bit silly at first, but it tricked my brain into showing up every day without needing any willpower. Now the key thing here is this: most people try to change habits with motivation, but what you actually need is a system. So you can use ChatGPT to map out if and then plans. So if you're too tired to work out, then walk 10 minutes. If you feel the urge to scroll, then open a learning app instead. You're designing defaults, not chasing any motivation, and that's why it can work really well. Now, I recommend that you use reflect.app for daily journaling with AI powered prompts. It's private, fast, and helps you reflect without any overthinking. Now, Kayla, one of my students, used it to spot a pattern of negative self-talk that was basically crushing her confidence. And she told me, I didn't even know I was being that hard on myself until I saw it written down. Now, if your issue is that you don't know what's holding you back, use AI to help you uncover blind spots. So you can just ask ChatGPT, what are 3 self-sabotaging habits someone might have if they procrastinate even when they care? So there's one question. Or why do I keep quitting things that matter? So there's 2 questions you can ask. And you'll be shocked just how fast AI mirrors the exact thoughts that you didn't have language for. That awareness alone is often the unlock. Now you can use Tability.io to connect your habits to real life goals and track them weekly. It helps you stay accountable without overwhelming you. Now one of my clients, Maya, used it to stay consistent with building her Etsy shop. She said, before I was just hoping things would actually happen. Now I feel like I'm steering the ship again. Now the transformation here is emotional as much as practical. When you use AI to rebuild trust with yourself, you start showing up differently. It's not just about ticking boxes, it's about becoming the kind of person who finishes what they actually start, who honours their energy and who doesn't need to burn out just to make some progress. That's the shift that changes everything. Let's now move on to tip number 6, which is to use AI to organise your brain and take back control of your time. Now, if you feel like your brain is constantly in 100 tabs at once, then you can use AI as a second brain that never forgets anything. I recommend using Notion AI to capture ideas, manage your to-do list, and even sort out your weekly goals. Now, Eric, one of my students, used it to create what he called a digital HQ for his side hustle. And he told me he went from reactive chaos to feeling like a CEO all in just 3 weeks. Now, I suggest that you use reclaim.ai to automatically time block your calendar based on your priorities and not just your tasks. This tool connects with Google Calendar and uses AI to protect your focus time, reschedule tasks when life gets busy, and even block time for lunch or breaks, which most people never really plan for. Now, Jen, one of my students who was juggling kids and a remote job, said that this tool was the first time her calendar felt like it worked for her instead of owning her. Now, you can see better results if you use AI to help you say no to things that you don't need to be doing. Now, you can ask ChatGPT to review your daily habits and meetings and identify what can be automated, delegated, or even deleted. Now, most people are drowning in low value tasks that feel urgent but aren't really that important. Now, one small mindset shift here could be to free up 5 to 10 hours of your week. So you can use Motion to merge AI task management with automatic scheduling. It doesn't just list your tasks, it actually schedules them into your day based on urgency and your availability. For people who feel paralyzed by decision fatigue, this app is like having a productivity assistant that thinks for you. Now, my client Sam used it to stop working 14-hour days, and he said it was like going from reactive mode to intentional living overnight. Now, if you want to turn big goals into actual outcomes, then just ask AI to reverse engineer the goal into micro steps. For example, you can say, help me break down launching a YouTube channel in 30 days with 1 hour per day. So there's a prompt that you can use, and it will give you a full action plan with zero fluff. The thing that you need to remember is this: AI makes the process very visible, and once you can see the path, it's 10 times easier to actually walk it. Now, I recommend using Trello or ClickUp with AI integrations to visually manage your week and reduce mental clutter. So you can set up categories like quick wins, deep work, and delegate, and then just ask the AI to help you assign priority to each one. Now, Nina, one of my students, told me her stress went down a lot just from not seeing a huge to-do list with no structure. Now, the real transformation here is emotional clarity, not just task completion. Most people think they're unproductive when really they're just very unclear. When AI helps you create structure, eliminate the noise, and prioritize what really matters, you don't just get more done, you finally start feeling like your time reflects your values. That's not productivity, that's real power. Wow, that's it for this one. 6 practical tips that you can start using right away. Now, if you're serious about building your online business and creating a sustainable online income, take the next step now. Click the link below in the description or in the comments and go through to my website, where you can find some free training resources to help you get started right away. These free step-by-step resources are designed to guide you through launching a successful online business and generating online income streams. So don't wait, take action today. Click the link below and start your journey right now. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really does energize and motivate me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. And if you want to connect on social, you can find me on LinkedIn and Instagram. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel, and have a wonderful day.